Hello and welcome to Ugress TV episode 19 and the final show in this series in this kind of format. If you're watching this as a recording, there's no red live blinking. That means this is a recording and you can skip ahead to any part and any song. There's a set list under below when you're watching this as a recording. If you're watching it live with me right here, right now, you should all be in the stream now, I think. There's already a few people on Zoom with Henning, Lars and Chris has already joined with their web camera on Zoom. And you can join too. I'm gonna post a link to Zoom right now. There is a link to Zoom. When you click this link and connecting with your web camera, you will appear in stream. Like here on the different screens. And there I see a comment from Jody also. Hello Jody! How is everything in the Netherlands? I saw your email about Spotify Wrapped yearly. Very good work on having Ugress as the top artist, finally. I haven't gotten around to reply to your email yet, but I just wanted to tell you I've seen it and I'll get back to you with my list also. We have been talking about that in the Discord server. People have posted their Spotify Wrapped yearly, and also I get to see it from the artist viewpoint, so I've posted there my how does it look like from the artist viewpoint. Merry Christmas, Lars, and good evening, Erin. So if you're watching this as a recording, you see here the counter is counting down in 28 minutes. We will start the concert part, but before that we're hanging out and chatting, and I'm gonna talk about the changes coming up for next year, because you know next year is 22. And there's a bunch of Ugress songs using 22, so I have lots of plans for next year. That includes some changes to the live stream format. Pammeline, hello! Yeah, time passes quickly. It's that time of the month, but actually I think it's only three weeks since the last one. I was a bit too scared to do the live stream next Thursday. I felt like that would be too close to Christmas. I'm competing with Netflix and Amazon Prime and cinemas, and if I also compete with Christmas, that is too many battles to win at the same time. Kasper Mortensen, hello, you're back in Holmestrand. How was Tokyo? Or maybe we spoke about that last time, but didn't you fly out to Tokyo for work? I mean, like flying the plane to Tokyo. And I heard Japan has closed everything for foreigners now, so it's I hope you got out in time. Skilach, you're here for a music class. That is so cool. Well, I hope you enjoy yourself, getting credits for watching this. And one thing that is new for this live stream is that the latency should be much lower than usual. Before, there used to be like 30 seconds from I did something until it ended up on your screen, and then it took 30 seconds if you posted something until it showed up here on the screen. But I think now it's gonna be like we tested this with our Patreon live stream last week, and it seems to be around like between 5 and 10 seconds for most people now. So if, for example, one of the Zoom people could clap and then count how many seconds goes until you see yourself clapping and post in the comments, then we know there was a clap from Henning, and now they're counting 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 7, 8, 1, 3, 5. He lost count. 4 seconds. Okay, 4 seconds. Alright, that's great. So for once, I've actually prepared some notes for the Hangout. Oh, Wyvern! Oh, cool! Haven't seen you in ages. Good to see you. Or I haven't managed to say hello to you in ages. That's very true. Lars is commenting that if I was if I did the live stream in 1 week, I would be competing with one of the biggest Christmas traditions in Norway, and we don't want that to happen, do we? So I have some fantastic news I will start with at the very beginning. I will show you an amazing Ugress logo Christmas tree decoration ornament. Check that out! Wow. Good evening, Mikkel. And thanks for that answer, Kasper. Yeah, same here. I was supposed to go to Japan this Christmas and celebrate Christmas in Japan, but and that was like I think it's the third time now some of my trips has been cancelled. I'm totally very ready to go back to some kind of normal. David Billing, hello. So I'm gonna tell you about this logo. It is made by no, not that one. Here, I'm gonna post a link to you guys so you can download it actually. In the comments now, I posted a link to a post on ugress.com where I'm sharing the 3D. I don't know what that file is, SML. The file to download this and print it yourself on your 3D printer, or if you have a library nearby. Most libraries now have 3D printers. This was made by the amazing, I'm gonna get his username correct, the amazing screw on your head, which is Tor. Are you on screen? No? Not yet. No, I can't see you. Oh, there's Michael and Mikkel and Milena also has joined on Zoom. So glad to have everybody. Hello. Oh, there's Christina and Antje also. Woohoo! So cool. So in the comments now, you can download this and print it yourself and have it at your on your Christmas tree. So I'm going to talk a bit about support to avoid that I noticed when I watched through the recordings the next day that, oh my god, in the middle of the concert I talk for like 10 minutes about something that has... Okay, sometimes it's interesting, like I did a concert and I show you what the concert was like in real life because we all desperately need to know that this is still happening. But also I talk too much about support and stuff, so I'm going to do that during the warm-up today. And also going to talk a bit about data, what happened this year, and what are the changes coming up for next year. I'm super excited about next year. But first, let's review the previous year, what happened this year. And first, I'm going to talk about music. Oh, there's Michael and Lisa also on the Zoom. Hello. I haven't said hello. And Max is connecting to audio also. Oh, so cool to see everybody back on screens. I mean, it's great to have you here, but I guess we all would like to go to a real concert, right? So first, here, make that full. Here's the most popular tracks. This is the list Spotify gives me, what my distributor gives me through Spotify. This is the most popular music I have. Here you see that Candy Slam and Curse of the Castle is the most popular tracks from the last album, which came in June, Scavenger Royale. And here are the stats for that, which I know this cover is a bit hard to see, but the number at the top, the red one here, that's 400,000 plays since it came in June. So one Spotify stream in average for me, I've calculated, is 0.03 NOK or Norwegian krona, which is how I get my payout. That makes for about 1/10 of that in euro, so 0.003 or 0.3 cents per stream. Scavenger Royale, which came out in June, has up until now had almost 500,000 streams over 6 months. So that means that I've earned 1,200 euros on this album over 6 months, or it could be maybe 2,000 euros per year because most of the streams are at the very start and then kind of flattens out to a plateau. That means that over 10 years, this album might bring in 20,000 euros. That's not a lot, but I have many albums, and I think as long as I keep working and keep presenting and keep touring and keep doing things. That number kind of, maybe it's 10,000, maybe it's 30,000, who knows, but like on average with multiple albums, that's how we survive as an artist. That was data about music. Here's a bit of data on the live streams, which I've been doing for 18 months. At time, I'm gonna check in right now. How many viewers are there right now? Like right now, there are 30 viewers. I'm guessing in 20 minutes, it's gonna be around 50 because that is the average it has been over the last half year. Wow, I also want a chair. Most viewers watch the streams as a recording, so up to a few weeks after a stream, up to 500 people will have seen it. This is still 50% down from what it was at the peak, where maybe 1,000 people would watch a stream. Each episode has 6 to 8 songs, and these 6 to 8 songs gives me at the end maybe 4 okay music videos, and then I post these music videos once a week. You have probably caught on to this, that's what I'm doing. I make 4 music videos for the live stream, and then I post those over a period of time. That actually works. Those music videos work very well. They get a lot more plays and attention and a lot more interest than the live streams themselves. This is an interesting data fact that I'm gonna take with me to next year. Here I'm going to show you just a quickly overview of how I'm surviving as an artist. So before COVID, to the left here, streaming, Spotify and shit was 1/5, live concerts was 1/5, commissions, that is music for film and television and video games, theater performances and stuff like that, 1/5. And then the royalties and sync of all of these 4 previous ones, like 1 or 2 or 3 years later, I get the royalties of that. And funding is an important part, so I had these 5 legs to stand on. Now we are here at COVID, where direct support, what you are doing right now, you're supporting me by Patreon or direct donations or Bandcamp downloads or just watching this or streaming stuff, that has replaced commissions because commissions has completely disappeared, has been gone for 18 months now. Streaming is still about the same. And surprise, 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 live is about the same also, which I never would have thought that I actually made some money on touring during the pandemic. The first tour, I lost a lot of money, but then I learned, I did all the mistakes. And then for the second and third tour, we started to actually go around, but that was thanks to funding, the next step. And royalties and sync are falling because they are dependent on royalties and sync, commissions. So in the future, just quickly wrapping up here, I think that commissions will come back and the direct support I have right now, that will stay with us. So I will have 6 legs to stand on after the pandemic. That is great, great, great news actually. And the best way for that 6th leg to be standing on is actually Patreon. I'm going to talk about Patreon now. And after I quickly go through Patreon, I will check in with your comments and reply to, I see there's a bunch of concerts now. Maybe your question will be answered through the next 3 screens. I have a Patreon, which is a monthly way to support artists, where every month I post a status report, where I write what has happened in the previous month and what will happen in the next month with all of the events that we're making for Patreon. There's 1 or 2 photo posts of what I'm doing, 1 or 2 video posts where I show you behind the scenes of what I'm doing, particularly when I'm touring. There's 1 or 2 audio posts, which is remix kits or songs or new releases or sketches or a recording of a live show. And there's 1 live stream, and we have a Discord hangout once or twice a month, or just generally through the week we're chatting about music or stuff. So that's into these 4 tiers. There's a €1 per month basic tier. If you just want if you are supporting other artists but just want to kind of connect with me, there's the €1 basic tier, and there's the €4 music tier where you get all the music. Then there's the €8 tier, which gives you all the music plus all of the videos. And for €16 a month, you get all of the music, all of the videos, and all of the live events. That's kind of priced as a concert in the Northern European countries. I'm aware for some countries this is expensive, but I've done surveys and most people are quite okay with the content and price levels. At the moment there are 63 supporters. They're split evenly. There's like 20 people on each tier of the top 3 ones. And this brings in 550 euros a month, which gets to 6,500 per year. And that averages out about 100 euros per patron. But of course, there are some people on 1 euro, which is 12 euros a year. And there's some people who's voluntarily paying more than 16 euro per month, which is lovely. All of the supporters are very lovely. So here you have that situation, and I'm going to be super honest with you, and I'm going to tell you each of these legs are now equally big. So you can calculate, I get like maybe 6,000 euros from each of these legs, and that is what I'm standing on. And during COVID, this leg that has replaced the commissions leg has been super critical. So my goal for the next period is we're currently 63. I think it's possible to reach 100 supporters, and at that level this leg will be very important to stand on and will also help offload me to then I can kind of write a song instead of doing a commission. So my vision for Patreon going ahead is to focus a bit more deeper. The last 18 months with live streams I've been focusing super wide. Every live stream has like 8 songs in all kinds of formats, lots of videos. I'm trying all kinds of things to see what is working. And now I have a little sense of what I think I want to do and I think what would work up ahead. So I'm going to focus a bit more deep instead of wide and keep working on community and conversation, on the art itself, like the songs, the videos, the live shows and the things I'm creating. And everything will happen on Patreon first. So I'm gonna drop a new song on Patreon together with a making of, a behind the scenes, the video. We will do a live event of that. And then after that, I will kind of polish it after I get the comments and kind of feedback from Patreon. And then I do a public release of whatever we have been working on. So there are some changes to what I'm doing now. Here was how I was working now, where everything is kind of in balance, but notice the green release bubble and Patreon, the white one. For next year, I'm going to do a lot more releases. I will push out more music and through Patreon. And the other bubbles will then be equally smaller. So Patreon will be the core for what I'm doing up ahead. I will create more music and more videos and possibly a bit less live streams. But they will be more frequent. Things will happen more frequently. And I will reserve these whole evenings where we have like 90 minutes of lots of music and talking and hanging out. That will be for special events like an album release or a tour announcement or stuff like that. So once or twice a year we will have these big concerts. But something will happen every 3 weeks. Quickly, before I announce the plans, I'm gonna drop you my link to Patreon in the comments. If you're interested, you can connect there. But if not, of course, you can follow the process as usual and focus on the albums when they come out. I know that a lot of you are supporting me by buying the album when it comes. I'm equally super patient. The downloads from Bandcamp and the way people are supporting me through that is equally the same as Patreon. Now, before I start telling you about all the exciting plans, for example, it's 22 next year, I'm going to check in with the comments and see if there's any sensible observation, which there always is in the comments. Per Molin, good question. Tidal. At this moment, I do not have the numbers for Tidal or Apple Music or YouTube, but that is super interesting. I will check that out, and for next time, I will have an answer to how do the different platforms pay. I talk about Spotify because 95% of my income is from Spotify. Pierre! Ah, bonsoir, monsieur! We will look at the flamingo in a very short while. Oh, guys, you must be so excited. I'm gonna show you the flamingo that Pierre has drawn to me. It's super hilarious. I'm just gonna read through the rest of the comments. Bastian! Hello, good evening. Oh, Per, another good question. I saw, ambisonics, or the new format that Apple has announced. I'm curious about it, but I'm very pressed for time, and I think I'm gonna wait. I would love to mix for surround ambisonics, and the other day I was out walking and I was testing the new. What is the name? What is the name of that new Apple thing? Where you can move your head around and music stays on the place. Like, it's a gimmick, and it can be used for interesting things, but when I'm so pressed for time and resources, I'm gonna focus on writing good songs first, and then I do surround mixes for live performances. When I do things in big theaters where I can control the sound and I know exactly what kind of experience the audience will get, then I do surrounds. But I'm gonna wait a bit and see if this gets established, then I will get into surround mixing. But for now, I'm waiting on that one. Maxime, greetings from Holland. I think I also saw you checking in. And there's Akane and Chia also. Wow, with the Ugress logo background. So awesome. Alright, just quickly wrapping up my plans for next year before we look at Pierre's drawings and get going with the concert, which starts in 9 minutes. The next album, Boulevard of Broken Dystopias, is coming on 5th of May 2022. That is what I'm going to be focused on. In 1 hour and 10 minutes, when this live streaming is over, I will immediately get started working on the album and start dropping singles early next year. So there will be one song or video or event every 3 weeks starting in January. I'm going to do vinyl again. This will be a crowdsourced and crowd-funded event. The previous one in 2018 sold out pretty quickly, so I'm going to do another one, and this time a double vinyl. The process will start in February. We will have a live show at Parkteatret in Oslo, and I know it's so typical me to start announcing live streams, and then the coronavirus is like punching me through the ground. But fuck it, we've managed to do 3 tours already, so I'm quite sure this is gonna happen, hopefully with a full production, but it might be with restrictions. Who cares? We're getting good at this, so we'll manage somehow anyway. Tickets are for sale now. You can buy them on ugress.com. There's a link directly to the tickets. And after that show, we will do more concerts. That might take some time because of the pandemic right now, but we aim to do big cities in Northern Europe. That was it for the introduction. Now I will present to you my flamingo friend that was drawn by Pierre. Wow, check this out. I'm gonna make it full screen. Wow, that is so amazing. Here's the photo, or the still photo from the documentary I showed you last time, and I posted this on Instagram, and then Pierre sent me this drawing of the flamingo. Look at how cool this is. Here's a close-up. It even has VR glasses around his neck. Wow, it's so fantastic. And he also sent me this drawing while I was in United Arab Emirates, and it's so fun to get these drawings that are full of fantastic details and commenting on what's happening. I have posted his drawings on the museum part of my website, where I'm documenting the really cool stuff people are sending me. Like I showed you guys earlier, the Christmas ornament tree. Please give a massive applause for Pierre, the Meister drawer from France. Wow, lots of applause on Zoom. très bien, Pierre. Magnifique. I'll put the flamingo back while I'm checking in with the last comments before we get going. Donald, hello, good evening. It's also my favorite time of the month. Oh, Thomas suggests that release tracks I already have surround mixes for. That is why are you guys are so much smarter than me? Like Atrophy in the Key of Dreaming books, which I did in United Arab Emirates here earlier, that is mixed in surround. So of course the release could only be pushed out. Now, I guess it's a little bit of work, but it's like the mix is done. It is made in quad. Mikkel, yeah, I know Denmark is not on that list, and that is simply because I do not have a lot of listeners in Denmark compared to these other countries. I do have listeners in Copenhagen. I would love to go there myself. I really love Copenhagen, and I have a bunch of friends living there actually. But this list is simply made because in the other capitals of cities, I can see that there's enough people I could reach that would actually sell enough tickets. So it's simply a logistics and economics issue. I guess in 5 to 10 years, there's going to be enough people in Copenhagen, and possibly also Aarhus would be great to do. Yeah, the flamingo has escaped. He's coming with us into the virtual future. Wow, so cool. And Lars has a Christmas hat on his head. It's a bit hard to see because he's behind one of the... There maybe? No, he's hidden behind the... Here you can see, up to the right, Lars has a Christmas hat on his head. And Thomas is drinking from a Moomin cup, I think, with his houseplant Christmas tree in the background. Everything is ready for Christmas. I will have a Christmas tradition for you coming up later. Now it's 3 minutes until we start, so I'm gonna drink some Weissweinschorle and be ready. Thank you, Mikkel. A question for you, since you are in Denmark. Do you think if I did a show in Malmö, would people from Copenhagen actually travel over to see that, or vice versa? Is that like, if people live in Copenhagen, do they go to cultural events in Malmö, or is that too much hassle? I live in Berlin, and things here are so far away. If I go to West Berlin to meet a friend or go to a concert or a theater thing, that takes me 1 hour or so to get there and 1 hour to get back. So just wondering, like, if I put up a show in one of these cities, could I market it in Malmö? Because if I combine Malmö and Copenhagen, that could actually be enough people. Oh yes, just before we start, a quick look at Tool's Christmas ornament that you can download. I posted a link to that earlier. I'm going to post the link again. Nolan, hello, good evening. So, if you want this Christmas ornament, you can download it from the link I just posted in the comments. It's a fantastic 3D printed Ugress logo ornament for your tree. Alright, 2 minutes, I'm gonna check. That everything is ready. Thank you, Mikkel, and hello to Ove. Glad to have you with us. Wow, Tuna, is that you? Wow, so cool. And Martin is checking in. Wow, I have to concentrate and get started. As you know, I will now start performing songs and music videos, and when I do that, I have a lot of buttons to press and stuff to break and computers to crash. I won't be able to catch up with all of your comments, but I see everything tomorrow. I review the live stream, I go through all of the comments, and so if I don't reply tonight, please know I see it, and I will absorb everything that you post. Hello and welcome to Ugress TV episode 19. It's 8 o'clock, so I'm starting the concert part of tonight. If you're interested in supporting me on Patreon, go wind back and look at the warm-up intro if you skipped ahead to the concert, because I did a very good PowerPoint presentation about all the cool stuff we're doing on Patreon. But for now, the future is over. Scavenger, take over. Dystopia, atropia. Only these ghosts can enhance. The future is over. Scavenger, take over. Thank you for that fake applause, which I have forgotten, I think, for the last 5 episodes to say it's fake. But I think everybody knows that by now. So that was theme song. I wasn't sure I was going to do it, but it might be the last time I do it, because for the spring I will do more concentrated live streams on only one song and go deep on that song. So maybe that was the last time we had the theme song. So finally I nailed it. So tonight it's the final live stream. I mean, it's not the last one ever, but it's the last of this kind of format where I do a full concert full of tracks every month. I will still do them, but they might be once a year or twice a year, depending on big things happening. So there's going to be 3 new songs tonight. The first one coming up very soon. There's going to be a ton of new visuals, and you posted your dreams and nightmares, and we're going to take a good look at them through artificial intelligence. So I'm jumping ahead to the first song, which is Goblins. Turn off the comments and that one. And that is, I'm using graffiti, like this is from a wall close to my house. And here I'm zooming into the graffiti with this controller here, which is MIDI sequence when I'm performing. So here you see when I zoom here and I split the graffiti into different layers when I'm doing that. What I'm doing here is looking for depth in street graffiti. Thank you guys. Thank you for the applause. And wow, cool to see so many people on Zoom tonight. Let's put it up on a better screen so we can see each other. I think this one is the best one. So for these new sketches, this is for the upcoming album in May. I'm starting to work on new stuff now. None of them have good endings, and I'm also just experimenting with different parts of them. The structures are all over the place, but it's really great to try it in front of new people. And this actually feels like doing it on a stage for you guys. So I'm moving on to, I already told you guys, we're playing at Paktata in Oslo next year. It's gonna look like this, but let's not focus on that during COVID wave. I'm gonna move on to the next song. Reaction shots are no longer necessary. Which looks like this. Turn off the comments. That one. Thank you so much, and it's also lovely to actually see you guys. Know that everything is more in real time with the lower latency. I can actually see you clapping now instead of when I start to play the next song. So that was reaction shots are no longer necessary. Also a work in progress, so it just ends without like a proper ending. And this is what I want to do next year, that every live stream is focused on one song or one work or one video, so I can make them better and deeper and like more proper musical audiovisual works, which I'm very much looking forward to. So now you get a taste of what I'm going to keep working on for the next year. But it's not just going to be new things. Oh, I forgot to say, I'm still like messing around with the sound of moss and digital devices. Didn't work so well now, but I'll get back to you on this in January. The next song is Explorer's Demise from 2010. So we finally have some vintage Ugress for us. Thank you so much. And let's stay in the kitchen for a bit, where it's a bit messy, because I feel like every of my live stream is a bit messy, so I always feel at home in the kitchen, which I always do at parties also. Like, I'm always at the party, I'm like, I will be very polite for a while, and then I'll just head into the kitchen, because that's where all the alcohol is already, so why not go there? And also that's where you have the most interesting conversations. So here we are in my cybership kitchen. I will, before I move on to the next one, which is based on your dreams and nightmares. Let's put your comments up on screen, and I will check in with the comments if there's anything important that has passed me by. Oh yes, oh there, it scrolls a lot of messages here. I'm just quickly gonna check in. Thank you so much for the applause. Also on-screen applause is very appreciated. And also special thanks to Akana, who has provided Ugress logo, and Tool, who has provided an Ugress logo next to them. Can I put those closer up? Where's the... No, it's this one. No, they are hidden behind the... I go there? So if I first go pin, there's the Ugress logo from Akana and Chia. Woohoo! Arigatou gozaimasu! And then I go... Two, who is sitting next. How can I unpin Akana? Then we have Two with his Ugress logo on the Christmas tree. Woohoo! That is so amazing. Thank you so much. Made my Christmas. I might actually like Christmas now. Thank you. So let's move on to while you have Tool and his Christmas ornament in the background, because that is so cozy. Now we're moving into very, very creepy universe of your dreams and your nightmares. So for the next one, last time I asked you to post your dreams and your nightmares, and I would create artificial intelligence generated worlds out of your dreams and nightmares. So here we go. Let's hear what FaxBet AMG has come up with. Oh wow. Hello, I am Max Buffer with Cyber News. Woohoo! We are so excited about the Metaverse. Me too. Especially the DreamskAIpr plugin from FaxBet AMG. Woohoo! Over to you, Jim.
Hello, I'm Jim Bates,
Hello.
CEO of FaxBet. I'm very proud to announce the release of our brand new Metaverse plugin, DreamskAIpr. This plugin uses artificial intelligence to create a virtual workspace based on your dreams. Stay forever in a machine-made dream reality. Here is a selection of AI-generated dreamverses from our beloved users.
DreamskAIpr. More like DreamskAIpr. Your dreams are yours. They create and define you. What happens to your fantasy when all your dreams can be licensed? Subvert and resist. Rebel against the DreamskAIpr with nightmares. More like DreamskAIpr. Your dreams are yours. They create and define you. What happens to your fantasy when all your dreams can be licensed? Subvert and resist. Rebel against the DreamskAIpr with nightmares.
thank you so much. And thanks so much, guys, for sharing your dreams and nightmares. I think that I managed to get all of yours. If you didn't see the previous episode, everybody was posting first their dreams, and then I convinced everybody through Snowdrop, the evil hacker, to post their nightmares. And then I made these. I was using VQGAN plus Clip artificial intelligence that renders. You write in the description of what you want the artificial intelligence to create, and it makes these pictures. It was a bit more work than I thought. I don't mean that in a complaining way, but when I took your dreams and put them in directly, some of them worked instantly, but some of them confused the AI. So I had to, especially the ones with lots of long texts, I had to adapt it and kind of like take out the essence of what you were scared of or dreaming of. For some of them, it makes really fantastic stuff, like that Ugress, that a musician never has made any music, and then it creates like this weeping piano. It's like, phew. It's really interesting what these machines are up to these days. Oh, Kimos. Martin Lash. Wow, 20 years. 20 years fan. That is amazing. Wow. You know, we were supposed to have a 20th anniversary last year, but that was kind of hacked by the pandemic. So I hope next year we will have a 22-year anniversary. The first song that I was playing here was Overpass with a Sofa, Some Ferns, Scattered Rays of Sun from 2019. And the second track was Battle 22 from 2004. So while I'm waiting for the computer to load the graphics for the next song, I'm going to talk about my plans for 2022 actually, which I showed you in the introduction. That I will change the live stream format, just so you know, don't be scared. I will keep streaming, but in a different format. I will focus more deeply. I will focus on one song at a time, and towards the album, which is coming in May, and then we will do live shows in November. So I'm gonna check in with the comments now. Wow, that's like I said at the start. I will check if I do not reply to your comments right now. It's simply because I don't see them. They scroll past me. So I will try to just check in with the quickest. I'm talking on the recording. Hello, Nolan. No, sorry, I don't know what the Bible is saying, but thank you. I have some problems with my neighbors every now and then, but mostly they're nice people. Thank you. Marvin, thank you. That's so cool. So cool to hear that you guys have been here for so long. There's a bunch of questions about what CPUs and how to make this stuff. I'm gonna go back to the previous screen. If you just search for that, VQGAN plus Clip, there's a ton of tutorials or YouTube videos that quite quickly takes you through how you can make these images yourself. It takes around 5 to 10 minutes to create one scene. (2022) genau. So moving on to Curse of the Castle. thank you so much. I thought like which hit from my catalog should I play today, and I thought like, oh god, Curse of the Castle. I played that a lot on the tour in August and September, so I've been feeling like I've played it too much this year. But then I realized no, I haven't played it in the live streams as much. We played it twice this spring, once to premiere it and then a second time to record a video when all you guys had toilet paper around your head. I'm kind of happy that we have like a common catalog of stuff we did during COVID, and I was like making mummies out of all the surplus toilet paper we had. So I'm loading the next one, but before that I'm just quickly gonna tell you about the different ways to support me, which is in Norway you can direct support by Vipsing, like the mobile payment system of Norway, directly to this number here. It's also written under the video. Or you can, if you're outside Norway in the international country, you can PayPal me via that address, or the best way to support me is via the monthly Patreon subscription, but that's not for everybody. I'm totally aware of that. So the next one is actually also a new track coming up from the next album. The work title of this is Stasis of Momentum, and here I'm a bit like not quite sure what I'm gonna do with the violin, so I will be experimenting a bit. Thank you so much, guys. That was a new sketch I hope to present in a more established form for you guys later. For now, I'm gonna kind of point to a certain time of the year and a very special moment we had together last year, which I will now turn into a kind of actually Christmas tradition.
Looking in your eyes, I see a paradise. This world that I've found is too good to be true. Standing here beside you, want so much to give you. This love in my heart that I'm feeling for you. Let them say we're crazy. I don't care about that. Put your hand in my hand, baby. Don't ever look back. Let the world around us just fall apart. Baby, we can make it if we're heart to heart. And we can build this thing together.
Merry Christmas,
Standing
everybody.
strong forever.
I hope you have a
Nothing's
wonderful
gonna
time.
stop us now.
It's been
And if
so
this
lovely
world
having
runs
these
out of
live streams
lovers,
with you guys. I
we'll
love you
still
so
have
much,
each other.
and I'm much looking forward
Nothing's
to
gonna
next
stop
year.
us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Merry Christmas.
Every breath you take, and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you. Every single day, and every word you say, every game you play, every night you stay, I'll be watching you. Oh, can't you see? You belong to me. How my river breaks with every step you take, every breath you take,
I'm so glad I found you.
and every move you make,
I'm not gonna lose you.
every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
Whatever it takes, I will stay here with you.
Thank you. See you next year.
Whatever it takes, here's what I'm gonna do.
Every breath you take, and every move you make, every bond you break, every step you take, I'll be watching you.
And we can build this thing together. Standing strong forever. Nothing's gonna stop us now. And if this world runs out of lovers, we'll still have each other. Nothing's gonna stop us. Nothing's gonna stop us now.
Can't you see? You belong to me.